Hello students. We have completed the chapter differentiation, right? And now we will learn what are the applications, what are the areas where we can use the differentiation. There are so many areas where the derivatives are used, and but here our focus will be in this chapter few properties or few applications we will learn where the derivatives are used, right? The first area that where we use the derivative is to find the rate of change, to find the rate of change in one quantity with respect to another quantity. If you remember, when we started the chapter differentiation, then also we learnt whenever we write down dy by dx, where y will be any function in terms of x, when we write down dy by dx, what does it mean? What is the change in y with respect to the change in x? This is what it means, dy by dx, right? Another example, if we take when we find ds upon dt, that means the rate of change in displacement with respect to time, and that is called velocity, the rate of change of displacement with respect to time. And when we find rate of change of distance with respect to time, we call it as the speed, and so on, right? So here the first application that we are going to discuss is this only: how to find the rate of change in one quantity when the change in other quantity is already given to us. We will start with very simple sum. Exercise 6.1 it is, and if I take the first sum, it is given here: find the rate of change of area of a circle. What we have to find? We have to find rate of change of area, of circle, right? Now we should know the formula, that what is the area of the circle with respect to its radius. So when we are writing with respect to its radius, let it be r, that means as we are changing the radius, what is the change in the area that we are supposed to find here. And the first part is given when the radius at a particular time it is 3 centimeter, right? So what we will do here, since we are supposed to find the rate of change of area of the circle, we will find area of the circle, or we will write A is equals to pi r square, everybody knows it. And we have to find rate of change of area with respect to radius. Rate of change of y with respect to x, we write down dy by dx. Rate of change of distance or displacement with respect to time, we write down ds upon dt. So rate of change of area with respect to radius, it will be dA upon dr. That means we will differentiate area with respect to radius. Clear? Area formula we know, it is pi r square. So when we differentiate this d by dr of pi r square, right, this pi is constant, so pi will remain as such. And when we are differentiating r square with respect to r, we are applying the power rule. It will be 2r into derivative of r with respect to r will be 1. I hope this thing is clear to all. So it will become 2 pi r. Now one thing is given, that we have to find the rate of change of area with respect to radius when radius is 3 centimeter. So this thing, it is that given that when radius is 3 centimeter, here we will substitute, right? So here we will write down when r is equals to 3 cm. Either you write down in words, therefore rate of change of area when r is equal to 3 centimeter, or you just put this bracket and here we will write down r equals to 3 centimeter. And when we substitute the value of r here 3, so answer will be 6 pi. Now what will be the units? We have to take care. We know the units of area. It is centimeter square, because radius is given in centimeters, so area will be centimeter square. But we are differentiating area with respect to radius. So what is happening here? It is centimeter square per centimeter is coming. So final answer we will write down C 6 pi centimeter, right? Because whatever units are there with respect to which we are finding, it will divide the units of the area. Either if it is area, then the units of area; if it is volume, likewise. Okay, so I hope the sum is clear that what we are doing here. In order to find the rate of change of area with respect to radius, it will be dA upon dr. Area formula we will write down, and we will substitute the values, differentiate, and after differentiation, whatever radius is given, we are putting it. Clear? The B part of this sum you people can do then. And the next we will discuss. Second sum, let us do. Second sum is the volume of cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. Now what is given? Volume of cube is increasing at the rate. Now units, when you look at, it is given 8 centimeter cube per second. That means the change in volume is given with respect to time. So we are given here dV upon dt, and it is given 8 centimeter cube per second, right? And how fast is the surface area increasing? When? So what we are supposed to find? How fast the surface area is increasing. So dA upon dt we will find. Either you write down ds upon dt or you write down dA upon dt. That we have to find. Condition is given when length of an edge, that means side. If I say side, we are representing by x. X is given 12 centimeter, right? So we know the volume of the cube, it is side cube. So side, if we are taking as x, volume we will substitute, and surface area of the cube is 6 into side square. That we will do, and we are putting the values. Let us do here. We will write down volume of the cube is equal to side cube, let it be x cube. Therefore we are given dV upon dt. That means d by dt of x cube is given, what is that? 8 cc per second, right? And we have to find ds upon dt, and we will write down here surface area also. Surface area is 6 into side square, right? And when the side is, or the length of the edge is given 12 centimeter. First of all, we will do here. Now remember, we are given the change in volume with respect to time. So when I differentiate x with respect to t, the derivative will remain dx upon dt, right? This thing we have to find. So we will do here d by dt of x cube is given 8. Let us take the value only. Now when we are differentiating here, it is the variable, power is cube. So first of all, power will come in front, reduce the power into derivative of x with respect to t, it will become dx upon dt, right? And it is given equal to 8. Now the value of dx upon dt, then this is given 8 by 3x square. This is the value of dx upon dt. We will mark it as 1 or something. And now surface area is 6 into side square. Therefore ds upon dt will be d by dt of 6x square. Why we are doing this? Because the question says we have to find the change in the surface area, that how fast surface area is increasing, right? So surface area ds upon dt we are supposed to find. Once again, when we are differentiating, 6 is constant, it will remain as such. When we differentiate x square with respect to t, first of all power rule, power in front, reduce the power, and derivative of x with respect to t will be dx upon dt, right? So what is coming here? It is 12x dx by dt. This is the change in surface area with respect to time, right? But the condition is given. When we have to find when the length of the edge is 12 centimeter, that means when x is 12 centimeter. One thing is this. Now here we are having dx upon dt, And here already we have calculated that what is the value of dx upon dt? 8 by 3 x square. So this value we will use, we will write down, therefore ds by dt will be equals to 12x, and here we will substitute the value 3x, 8 upon 3x square. That is coming, 3 will cancel here, 4, 8 into 4 is 32 divided by x, right? When here I am writing when x is equal to 12 centimeter. So here also we will put x is equal to 12 centimeter, right? So what we are getting here, it will be 32 divided by 12. You can simplify it. Now we have to take care of the units. Surface area, once again the units of the area is centimeter square, divided by time. That means time will be in terms of seconds, as here also it is given in terms of seconds only. So units will be then centimeter square per second. So this will be the change in the surface area, right? And when the length of the edge is 12 centimeter, and what was given, the change in the volume was given, right? So whatever is given, first we are writing that, and when you differentiate one variable with respect to some other variable, definitely it will become dx upon dt, as we have done here. That value we are marking. And now what we are supposed to find, change in surface area. Formula we will write down, same way differentiation we will do. And now we are having here dx upon dt, that value we will substitute here, and you are getting your answer, right? This is sum number 2. Same way you people can do sum number 3, sum number 4, sum number 5. Okay, in sum number 5, if you notice, it is given a stone is dropped into a quiet lake and waves move in circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. When the waves move in the circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second, that means what is given here in sum number 5, when the waves are formed in the circular form, definitely as the wave is moving fast, what is changing of that circular wave? Radius is changing. So what is given here? Change in radius with respect to time is given. What is that? 5 centimeter per second. At the instant when the radius of the circular wave is 8 centimeter, that means when radius is 8 centimeter, okay, how fast is the enclosed area increasing? So when radius is 8 centimeter, we have to find change in the area. How fast the area is increasing? So dA upon dt we are supposed to find when dr upon dt is already given, right? When we know area is pi r square, and when we differentiate it, dA upon dt, it will be d by dt of pi r square, right? Pi is constant, it will remain as such. When we differentiate r square with respect to t, power will come in front, reduce the power into derivative of r with respect to t, and this dr by dt value is given already 5. So this value we will substitute in place of dr by dt, plus the value of r is also given. When radius is 8 centimeter, then we have to find dA by dt. So all these two values if we substitute here, you are getting your answer, right? Here 5 and here 8. 5 into 8, right? 5 into 8 is 40. 40 into 2 is 80. It will be 80 pi. Now the units we have to take, units of area centimeter square divided by time seconds. So it will be 80 pi centimeter square per second. That will be the answer. Okay, I hope you are getting the method how we are supposed to do. It is simple differentiation, but yes, you have to check which variable is given and how you people have to take that with respect to which variable we have to differentiate, that we can easily get from the units given. Here since the change is given 5 centimeter per second, that means the change is in radius with respect to time is given. So that thing you have to take care of. So you people can do exercise 6.1 till some number 10 you people can do. right? Let us do one more sum, either sum number 7 or sum number 8 we will do. Sum number 7 is simple. The rectangle is given and you have to find here the change in the perimeter. We know the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times L plus B, and area of rectangle also you people know. So let us do sum number 8 so that you people can do the similar sum 9 also. It is given a balloon which always remains spherical on inflation. So balloon is given and the shape of the balloon is spherical. Is being inflated by pumping into 900 cubic centimeter of the gas per second. Gas is being pumped in the balloon 900 cc per second. That means what is given here? Change in volume with respect to time is given, and that is 900 cc per second. Okay. Find the rate at which the radius of the balloon increases. We have to find change in the radius of the balloon with time when the radius is 15 centimeter. I hope you are getting the statement. It is given balloon is your spherical shape, so we have to think of the formulas for the sphere first of all, right? And what is given, that air is being pumped into the balloon at the rate of 900 cubic centimeter per second. Cubic centimeter means it is the units of the volume. We know very well when we pump the air in the balloon, volume is increasing, right? So dV by dt is given. This change in the radius with respect to time we have to find when the radius of the balloon is 15 centimeter. Okay, so first of all we have to think of volume of sphere. We all know the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? This is the unit formula for the volume. So when we find change in the volume with respect to time, that means when we differentiate the volume with respect to time, we are doing d by dt of 4 by 3 pi r cube. This 4 by 3 pi is constant. It will come as such 4 by 3 pi. And when we differentiate r cube with respect to t, first of all, power rule. 3 will come in front, reduce the power by 1 into derivative of r with respect to t, that will be dr by dt. So what we are getting here, it is 4 pi r square dr by dt, and we are given the change in volume with respect to time. What is that? 900 cc. So therefore 4 pi r square dr by dt is equal to 900, right? We have to find dr by dt. So this dr by dt we will keep on the left side. It will become 900 upon 4 pi r square, and it is given when we have to find the change in radius with respect to t when the radius is 15 centimeter. So this we have to find when r is 15 centimeter. So it means we will substitute the value 900 divided by 4 into pi into 15 into 15, right? So the remaining calculation you people can do. 15 into 6 is 90, right? 60, and 4 and 60 can be cancelled, and when 15 and 60 can be cancelled, 4 and 4 can be cancelled. So what is the answer coming here? dr by dt will be equals to 1 upon pi. Change in radius with respect to time, so the units will become centimeter per second, right? This is how the sum will be done. I hope you people are getting it, how the sums are done. It is simple differentiation, plus it is given at what value of the one variable you have to find the change in the variable, right? So you should know the formulas, and easily you people can do the sums. So first 10 sums of exercise 6.1 is the homework for you people. Thank you class.